call the meeting to order at this time. Mr. Childs, would you do the invocation? Mr. Rogers, would you lead us in the pledge?
Yes, sir. Let's pray. Your Heavenly Father, thank you for the many blessings that we have as a country and as a city and as Americans. Be with us, guide us, help us make the correct decisions for our citizens and for this city. Be with us, guide, and direct us. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda is the reading of the minutes of the previous council meeting. If members of the council had an opportunity to review them, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, sir.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Communications from the mayor. Ms. Lucky, I believe you have something for us.
I made it. Well, I started to say I could get up here and say it's howdy doody time, but it's that election time. An ad will be in the Catoosa County and the Walker Messenger tomorrow, Wednesday, about the qualifying fees. We're required to make that notice on February the 1st of each year, of our voting years. So I will just tell you what's going to happen. I know, and I have the secret dates of when the early voting and qualifying starts. So forth. The city of Fort Oglethorpe will hold a general election for one council member for Ward 2, one council member for Ward 3, and one council member for Ward 5. All wards are at large. Said election is to be held on Tuesday, November the 7th, 2017. At the time of filing a notice of candidacy, a candidate shall pay a qualifying fee of 3% of the annual salary of the office sought. The council member fee shall be $255, which is 3% of the annual salary of $8,500. A pauper's affidavit may be filed in lieu of paying the qualifying fee specified in Code OCG 21-2-132G. Former Lucky, Election Superintendent. Our qualifying begins on Monday, August the 21st, and goes through Wednesday. That'd be the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of August. On Monday, you'll start at 8:30 and end at 5. Tuesday, it'll be 8 to 5. And Wednesday, it'll be 8 to 4:30. And then our early advance voting begins on October the 13th. Wait just a minute. Let me get my little calendar here. It begins on October. Yep. Sorry about that. I had everything all in order. It's October the 13th, and you'll have 3 weeks of early voting. And
Ms. Lucky, could you back up and do the qualifying dates again, please?
I'm sorry, what?
The qualifying dates, could you back up and do those again? Could you read the qualifying dates again?
Again?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I just had a birthday, and my hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just kidding. Okay, it will be August the 21st, that's on Monday, and then August the 22nd, and August the 23rd.
Okay, thank you.
All right? Do you have any other questions?
Anyone have any questions, Miss Lucky?
May I say that this is beginning my 13th year doing this? And here I can barely remember. No, I'm just kidding. No. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lucky.
Thank you, Miss Lucky. Next item on the agenda is zoning matters. We have none. Next item on the agenda is ordinance. Second reading of ordinance number 2017-01. Mr. Stoltz.
City of Fort Oglethorpe, State of Georgia, an ordinance to amend the Code of Ordinances, City of Fort Oglethorpe, Chapter 18, Article 3, Division 2, Section 51, Adoption of Building and Building Regulations Ordinance, to further amend the Code of Ordinances, City of Fort Oglethorpe, to provide for severability, to repeal conflicting ordinances, to provide an adoption date, to provide an effective date, and for other purposes allowed by law. Whereas the duly elected governing authority of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, is authorized under Article 9, Section 2, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution of the State of Georgia, the Official Code of Georgia, annotated 36-353, and the Charter of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, to adopt reasonable ordinances to protect and improve public health, safety, welfare, and aesthetics of the citizens of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. Mr. Mayor, this is an ordinance which basically provides for the replacement of the old building codes adoption, which used standard building codes, and replaces it with a new section which adopts the international building codes, and in addition incorporates Title 8, Chapter 2, Article 3, application of building and fire-related codes to the existing buildings. And a copy of this ordinance is available in the clerk's office.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Resolutions, we have none. Unfinished business, we have none. Reading of the city clerk of any communications, we have none. New business. Item number 1, proposed approval for Georgia Land Trust video. Ms. Stinnett.
Yes, sir. Lady and gentlemen, seeking approval for the production of a video which will instruct and show all the citizens of Fort Oglethorpe about the Georgia Piedmont Land Trust. Part of the video has already been established. This conservation easement does back up to the Fort Oglethorpe area, and spent the day with Dale Higdon of the Land Trust, who is Carol Murray's cousin, in order to establish the video and all the information therein. So asking for your permission, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Is this in the budget, the cost of this, or is there a cost?
My time and Brian's.
Okay.
That's it.
Any other question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Item 2, proposed approval to purchase water sampling stations. Mr. Parker.
As you well recall, when we had the bad water samples last fall, we had to do the boil water notice and all that. What I'm requesting is authorization to purchase these water sample stations. We will install those in the water system, distribution system, for the customer's meter. This will give us better control and better access of the points in which we collect the samples, to avoid being up next to houses in flower beds and an environment which we don't have any control over. The purchase will come from SPLOST funds. I've talked to Pam Trevelyan Finance, and I have solicited 3 quotes from different vendors requesting to purchase these 32 sample stations from USA Blue Book at a cost of $11,695.25.
Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussions? For y'all's information, when we had our little problem, Mr. Parker and I, of course, immediately went to work trying to seek a better solution to the way we collected these samples. We had EPD come in and had one more advisor, and this is what they recommended, and I strongly recommend that we do this. We're pretty sure that the problem was a contamination problem the last time. It's because of the way we have been receiving those samples. Like Mr. Parker said, some of the locations aren't ideal. These we can put on the meters and we can control where they're at. Plus, it'll give us a lot more monitoring stations than the one we had. I strongly recommend the council approve this. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. Item 3, proposed approval to purchase a pickup truck for utility department. Mr. Parker.
Okay, this is a request to purchase a 2017 F-150. This truck will replace a 14-year-old F-150, which will surplus. Planning on having to sell probably March, maybe April. Surplus these vehicles. This one will go to supervisor. So, and purchase will be from Calhoun, Prater Ford, Calhoun, Georgia. Cost of $24,364.56.
Have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
I have a second.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yes. It is a budgeted item.
That
You didn't
is
say
correct.
that, but it
We
is.
put it in the
So I just want-
2017 budget.
I just want everybody to know that.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
Mr. Parker,
Thank you,
if you
sir.
don't mind, while you're there, I know it's not on the agenda, but can you give us just kind of a quick update on engineering on Highway 41 project?
Highway 41, most of the preliminary engineering for the layout is completed. Survey is underway now, trying to get the different surveys to make sure we have the optimum route picked out. We've been out there. We think possibility we can get the system in with only one lift station. May require 2 lift stations. If it does, we're going to move a lift station that we had placed on Scruggs Road. We're planning on seeing if we can't relocate it to 41. The other lift station will be down on Cloud Springs Road. Right now, we're looking at possibly 18 months away from 18 to 24 months away from having the system installed, built. I can't tell you the footage right off the top of my head, but if you know the road, if you know the area from Cloud Springs at I-75 up to 41 up to the Tennessee line, cross back over to Scruggs and back down to Cobb Parkway. And then it will go cross country, just almost to Max Smith Road. So it's going to be it'll be a big project. It'll be a 14-inch interceptor, maybe 16-inch, depending on how the grades go. But it's well underway as far as engineering goes, and on schedule as far as that goes. The dry weather's helped. If we can get the engineer, get the surveying finished, we can get a more complete survey layout.
If you don't mind, would you share with them what we finally found out we have available in that SPLOST fund on that project that we will have access to?
We'll have right at $3 million for that 2.8, 2.7 available for that project. Not likely to require all of that, but it will be a big undertaking.
Well, thank you, and while you're there, just a brief one on the Redbud. I don't think we've had a report since we approved the
On Redbud,
rerouting
we
it.
have acquired most of the easements. Our engineer, Mr. Schofield, having discussions with the contractor since this thing has changed scopes. Some aspects of it are less demanding on the contractor, some of it is more, it's a little more pipe, but it's a little less involved, it's more shallow than originally, but we've had to acquire all the easements. We should be getting back to moving dirt on that one, hopefully within about 30 days. If it's rain allow of us. This is, we go all these months with no rain, and we get about ready to start digging again, and then it starts pouring down rain, so that's kind of how this whole project's going.
Thank you, Mr. Parker.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Next item, city manager's report. We have nothing. City council comments. Ms. James?
First, I want to say that I'm sure y'all feel the same way. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the folks in Georgia and Mississippi that lost their lives and have had devastation. So hopefully in the next few weeks they'll get all that straightened out. But I just wanted to make sure we mention them and thinking about them.
Thank you, Ms. James. Ms. Stinnett?
Yes, sir. This year's Christmas Parade and Family Festival will be held on Saturday, December 9th. I know it seems like we're getting a jump on it, and we are. The Family Festival will be even bigger than before, and it'll feature vendors and other fun activities. So if you're a vendor, craft vendor, and would like to become involved in the Family Festival, please send me a video. Please send me an email. Also like to call for volunteers. We now have 3 new citizen volunteers for the Christmas Parade and Family Festival. We're looking for our citizens who want to be volunteers to be on the tree board. We have another tree board class coming up February 10th. The first tree board class that we had featured municipalities traveling from as far as 5 hours away to attend our class here in Fort Oglethorpe. And we're expecting municipalities to send their tree people to this class as well. So if you're interested in the environment and in trees in Fort Oglethorpe, please send me an email, get in touch. We'd love to have you. Gentlemen and lady, that's all.
Thank you, Ms. Stinnett. Mr. Childs?
I have no comment, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Crawford?
Yeah, I'd like to tell Miss Lucky it's always good to see you to come by the council meetings, Miss Lucky, and you do a fine job of what you've done over the years for us. Your service is greatly commended, and happy belated birthday. Also, to Councilman Childs, good luck this Saturday and Dance with the Stars. We're all looking forward to that, as always. And I guess it's just
send money.
Yeah, it's a good campaign for Alzheimer's. I lost my grandmother with that, so you do a great job with that, and thank you. But I'd like to say also, it's kind of super feeling around here right now, and I'd like to just say, rise up, Super Bowl, go Falcons.
Thank you, Mr. Crawford. Mr. Rogers?
I don't have anything, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda, executive session. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are in executive session. I will entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
Make a motion.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are out of executive session. In executive session, we discussed personnel. Next item on the agenda is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second,
I have a
sir.
second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.